Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a reading for March 2023, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future. I've already gone ahead and pulled the oracle cards for the overall energy. I've already shuffled the tarot deck that we'll be using in this reading, and then the decks I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. This is going to be an interesting reading because in the 5 oracle cards I've pulled, 3 of them have the word trust in them. So in your recent past, you have lighten up with the world card. You are closing out a cycle here, or coming to the end of a cycle. And this lighten up card, to me, it always seems like it's like, just lighten up. Like it kind of seems like a little rude, but I don't actually think that that's the energy that this card is really saying. It's basically the universe saying, hey, you're coming to the end of a cycle. The closer you get to the end of a cycle, the more intense things feel, the heavier things feel, the more confused you might start to seem. And so this is really, it's almost like the universe is saying you've made it this far, so trust that you're going to make it to where you're trying to go. Because in your current energy, you have trust all will be well with the 8 of Swords. Now, granted, you are fighting against limiting beliefs. You're limiting beliefs that, 95% of your movements, choices, decisions, actions, beliefs are subconscious. Only 5% of your interaction with your reality is conscious. And a lot of these limiting beliefs exist in that 95% of you that you're not really consciously aware of, because those subconscious beliefs have been built based on, past experiences, past relationships, inner child trauma, just trauma in general. And so a lot of why you don't trust that everything's going to be fine is because you haven't really experienced that energy. You haven't experienced things being fine. And so you're struggling to believe that they ever will be. But you have trust all will be well. And then in your immediate future, you have trust the universe with the 7 of coins here. And so this is almost like, I read this in 2 ways. It's like trust that the universe has your back in terms of what you're investing in, but also invest in your trust in the universe. Invest in believing that the universe has your back, because the universe really is trying to get you to where you're wanting to be. And then the overall energy is, I laughed because I pulled these cards first, and then I laughed when this came out because it's trust and time. And so trust that it's just taking time, trust in the divine timing of things, trust that you're getting there when you need to get there, and trust that, you don't have to worry. Like, it's almost like letting go of the fear that you're not going to get there. Like, you don't have to worry about getting there. So if you can just stop worrying about not getting there, then you can just relax and enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, enjoy the moment. But let's start, Cancer, by looking at your recent past, clarifying lighten up with the world card. Recent past for Cancer, please. Recent past for Cancer, please. The Chariot in reverse with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so you are I feel like you're in this energy of feeling like things aren't progressing. And definitely in your recent past, I feel like you were experiencing a lot of that. Feeling as if, almost like you're, okay. So it's almost as if you feel, maybe you feel like you're hitting roadblock after roadblock, or maybe you feel just straight up stuck, stuck in the same place. And this is almost like the universe is saying, that was supposed to happen. You're supposed to feel stuck. You're supposed to be in the energy of things not progressing right now, because this is about releasing a burden. And I feel like what that burden is this 8 of Swords. I feel like it's, because then you have this 5 of Swords in reverse. And this card is my energy for trusting the universe, letting go of the belief that the universe doesn't have your back, starting to believe that the universe is, helping you in each and every step of your journey. Now, again, it's hard to believe that when you haven't experienced it, but per the law of attraction, your beliefs are the root of your results. The energy that you put out into the world, the beliefs that you have are what creates your experiences. So if you've lacked the trust in the universe, and you've experienced a lot of situations of not feeling like you can trust the universe. And so this is really realizing that your beliefs, now, that 95% of you, and I'll say this every single time I talk about that concept, is that, that belief system, those limiting beliefs that you have, they're not your fault. It's not your fault that you've experienced situations in your life since you were a kid that have made you not feel like you can trust the universe, or not feel like you can trust the world around you. So don't think that I'm saying that it's your fault that things have happened the way they have. That's not at all what I'm saying. I am saying that there's something you can do to change it. And what you can do is dive into those limiting beliefs, figure out where they stem from, what part of you believes that it's not possible for you to get to where you're trying to go, or you're not capable. If you can understand per the law of attraction that anything that you want in this world is possible, the success you want, the relationship you want, anything, no matter what it is possible for you. If you can believe that it's possible, then you won't worry about not getting there. And but in order to do that, you have to fight through all of the reasons, my goodness, that your belief system is trying to fight against that. Oftentimes as human beings, we actually are afraid of our own happiness. We fight against our own happiness because our happiness and our success is oftentimes very much out of our comfort zone because we're so used to experiencing lack and suffering and survival mode. Recent past for Cancer. The Knight of Pentacles. See, this is just taking too long for you. You're just worried about the time here because you have the Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. So you're just worried. It's kind of like you're allowing yourself to slip into that mentality. And of course you are because of what you've been experiencing. But you're allowing yourself to slip into that mentality of just because it hasn't happened yet, you're saying it hasn't happened yet, therefore it's never going to happen. Or my life has been this way for so long, it's probably going to be like this forever. I'm always going to be struggling financially. I'm always going to be struggling with relationships. I'm never going to have the love that I deserve. Whatever the case is, you're allowing yourself to say, just because I'm not there yet means that I'm never going to be there. But that's not true. I mean, you have the Page of Pentacles right here. This is you heading toward an opportunity, but you're needing to trust in the timing, to trust in divine timing, because I really feel like when this situation happens, whenever you get to where you're trying to go, or you start to feel like you're in a better place, or whatever it is for you, you're going to be like, oh, I get why this had to happen the way it did. I get why things had to take place. I get why this took time. And I feel like that'll, of course you don't know what you don't know yet, right? So embrace the faith that you either are needing or are trying to create in the universe. Recent past here for Cancer. So things are moving slow in your recent past. But here's the thing. You have to realize that you are progressing. You just are progressing at a rate that feels so slow that it feels as if you're not progressing. But there's a need to appreciate how far you've come. Look back to where you were a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years ago, and be able to say, okay, yeah, I have come far since then. It just doesn't feel like I've been progressing recently because it feels like it's taking, so much time. All right, recent past for Cancer. See, you were kind of experiencing, especially in your recent past, this kind of like straight up just lack of hope. Yeah, so okay, so 6 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse with the High Priestess. It's almost like your lack mindset, and we all have one, and we're all working on fighting against it. It's, those limiting beliefs that we have that believe that we always deserve lack, or always are going to experiencing lack, or always going to be experiencing lack. Your lack mindset's being really triggered. And it's that idea that you don't believe that all of your needs are going to be met on your path to getting to where you're trying to go. And that is the mindset that's needing to be flipped on its head here, because your mindset is your power here. Being able to put energy out into the universe that is positive, that is in alignment with abundance, is going to create more abundance. Now, that doesn't mean you avoid the lack that you're facing. You can say, yes, of course, I am frustrated about the fact that I don't feel financially taken care of. Of course, I can feel frustrated about the fact that I'm experiencing, failed relationships or whatever the case is, but you don't have to believe that means that you're never, ever going to experience what you want. Now it's a hard thing to internalize, but when you can, that's ultimately the freedom that you're looking for, is the realization that you're always being brought closer to your soul's alignment. All right, current energy for Cancer. You have trust all will be well with the 8 of Swords here for Cancer's current energy. Trust all will be well with the 8 of Swords. Ooh, okay. 4 of Swords in reverse with the Well in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. You are experiencing burnout. It doesn't necessarily need to feel like I feel like you're just you're tired. Like your soul is tired. You're tired of the way things have been going. And that's because you're fighting against the flow. You're fighting against the flow of life because your intuition, and you're not able to tap into your intuition right now with the High Priestess in reverse. Your intuition is constantly trying to let you know that everything is going to be just fine. In fact, it's going to be better than fine. You are going to end up exactly where you want to be, and it's probably going to look a lot better than you're hoping. But the thing is that your fear and your anxiety and your limiting beliefs are keeping you from fighting. It's almost like you're keeping you from surrendering and letting go of your expectations of ultimately, I feel like what this reading is talking about is when you're going to get there. And this is this need to realize that within itself, because you have the Four of Swords in reverse with this Well card in reverse. This is kind of like the process of allowing. And you have it in reverse, meaning that you're fighting against that process of allowing, being able to say, you know what? All right, universe, I give it up to you. I know you know my intentions. You know where I'm trying to go. All I need to know, or all I need to do, is keep putting one foot in front of the other, and I know I'm going to get there. And whatever happens between now and wherever I end up, how getting to the point of success that I'm wanting, in whatever way that means, I trust that it's going to happen exactly like it needs to. And then just let it go. Now, of course, that's not easy. That's really not an easy thing to do. And none of this is easy. If it were easy, everyone would be fulfilled because everyone would be able to release limiting beliefs and anxiety and frustrations, and they'd be able to attract the abundance that they're ultimately looking for. But it's not easy. In fact, it takes a lot of inner work. It takes a lot of inner power to be able to look past that part of us that says we're never going to get there, because that part of you is really truly trying to get you to potentially sabotage. I mean, that could be it's trying to get you to walk away from your path, or to play it safe, or to stay in relationships or situations that don't serve you, that don't make you happy ultimately. Whatever it is, this is about realizing that you have to trust that the universe has your back on your path. Current energy for Cancer. Priestess with the Eight of Cups in reverse. Your intuition is trying to tell you not to give up. Your intuition is trying to tell you not to give up. I want to clarify this to you. The High Priestess with the Eight of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse, please. The Seven of Cups. Clarifying this one more time. See, you're overwhelmed. You don't know. I feel like you don't really know what the right decision is here, but that's just because you're heavily triggered right now. Your intuition is telling you not to give up. But it's hard for you to, and I don't necessarily feel like you're going to, I feel like maybe you want to. I don't know, what does Cancer not want to give up on? What does Cancer not want to give up on? I feel like it's the Seven of Pentacles. What does Cancer not want to give up on? More. So the Lovers on what? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's okay. It's building toward what you deserve, which makes perfect sense. So if you are ultimately finding yourself trying to create the life that you want, to create the life that you deserve, to create the financial abundance, create the relationship, create the environment, whatever the case is that you deserve, don't give up on it. Because I feel like this is, you might feel overwhelmed, or you might feel like you should, pull back and play it safe, or that you should run away, or I don't, whatever the case is. There's this need to realize that you just need to trust. You need to trust in the timing, because if you're feeling like giving up, this is your sign to keep going. This is your sign to keep going, Cancer. Current energy for Cancer. Current energy for Cancer, please, because you are headed towards, you're headed towards what you deserve. Here it is. Okay. Your mindset, this King of Swords to me it speaks a lot of mindset, also can speak a lot of equanimity. being able to stay calm in the storm, type of thing. But the way I'm seeing this energy is your mindset is kind of wired almost to feel undeserving. And because I feel like you've experienced a lot of situations that you haven't really been deserving of, meaning in a could be a trauma kind of way or a lack kind of way or whatever the case is. So it's almost like this is you rewiring your brain. You are rewiring your brain from lack to abundance. You're rewiring your brain from fear to trust. And it's a really tricky thing to do. But you're also needing to see the bigger picture here. That's basically the universe saying, if you want better, create better. And trust that while you're in the act of creating better, that your um, desires and needs are going to be met. Like the perfect example of this is I actually used to have a tarot channel back in 2019 to 2020. No, sorry, 2020 to 2021. And I had a little bit of I had to walk away from it for some personal reasons, and I ended up kind of moving back home, having to go through a little bit of a spiritual death / rebirth kind of thing, and I ended up kind of falling back into old habits and working a job in real estate. And during this time, while I was working in real estate, I was finding myself being incredibly overworked and incredibly underpaid, incredibly underappreciated, incredibly under just not in an energy that I was deserving of. And so I completely took a leap of faith. I put in my 2 weeks without even like having a backup plan, ended up having to walk away from it. And I was kind of left with like, what the hell do I do now? Because I knew I couldn't stay in this position because I was not treated well at all. But I also knew that I needed a way to live, right? I needed money. And so I started kind of coming back to the idea of doing tarot again. But I was really afraid of stepping back into this path because it's a lot of pressure. I'm providing messages for, my last channel was like 10,000 followers. Right now I have, a couple thousand, but it's providing messages for a lot of people that you guys really take to heart, as you should, because these messages, depending on the reader, right, are coming from, for me, guides of highest truth and compassion, the universe, the divine. But I say all of this to say I didn't feel deserving of this career. Now, as soon as I was able to kind of take a step on to the path and start investing in it, I started watching miracles happen in my life. I started watching, me speaking out about being a tarot reader attract people who align with my beliefs. I started watching myself create the final financial abundance and independence that I've been wanting for so long now. And it's all because I took I stayed the course. That's essentially what I'm saying. I stayed the course of choosing myself, walking away from what didn't serve me and walking toward what does. Now, I know that not all paths are the same, and I don't have kids. I don't have a family to support. It was really just me kind of against the world, if you will. And I understand that a lot of times people don't have the luxury to be able to just, take these leaps of faith, especially if they're, kind of relying on themselves. Like I did get to kind of move back in with my mom. I didn't have to worry about housing. So I understand that I have a lot of privilege there. But it did teach me, and I've watched this happen in other people's lives as well, that the universe will always support you on your path, and you will always have the help that you need, the financial support that you need, and the love that you need to get you through the hard times whenever you are walking away from what doesn't serve you and walking toward what does. So if you're feeling like giving up walking toward what does serve you, don't, because the universe is really, really, really trying to support you. Your intuition is trying to support you on this path and let you know that you are being taken care of. Immediate future for Cancer, clarifying trust in the universe with the Seven of Pentacles. Immediate future for Cancer, clarifying trust the universe with the Seven of Pentacles, please. Eight of Cups. This is you walking toward, look at that, the Ace of Pentacles. This is you, look at that. We're walking towards some sort of new beginning here. We have the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. What is this? Clarifying the Eight of Cups. What is clarifying the Eight of Cups? The Devil in reverse. This is you walking away from self-doubt. That's amazing. Okay, so yeah, this is you walking toward some sort of new beginning here. Walking toward what it's almost like you're able to really truly see your trust in the universe beyond, like, this feels like kind of like an awakening in a way. That's kind of awesome. Okay, let's get more. Immediate future for Cancer. Immediate future for Cancer, please. And there it is. Then you start to receive. Then you start to receive. So invest in your trust in the universe. That's going to create the best for you. One more. Immediate future for Cancer. Immediate future for Cancer, please. It almost provides you with like this level of patience and inner security about your path that you've never really had before. And it almost like puts an ending to a lack mindset here. That's a cool message. I like that for you, Cancer. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to clarify these messages, dive into some advice, and then actually pull an advice card for you guys at the end. Thank you so much, as always, for the support of my channel. It means the absolute world to me. I hope that these readings or these messages helped and resonated with you in a way that you were looking for today. And I wish you absolutely nothing but love and healing on your journey. Bye, Cancer.